Hello, my Oxababbas. This is Lucy.
And this is Alcarin.
And when you're bringing you that sweet, sweet dual commentary.
Oh my god. So I just wanted to, we're bringing you the second part of the Dimetrodon Taming episode. But first off, we wanted to show off all the progress we've made on this base. I've been building like a madman. Lucy's been gathering like a madwoman. And we've done quite a few tames over the last, 48, 72 hours, you'd say, Lucy?
Yeah, well, what happened was I was dead set on giving Alcarin the best Father's Day gift ever. And we ended up finding another 150 and a 145. So now we have a total of 2 150 females and a 150 male and then a 145 male.
Actually, I think it's 3 150 females and 1 150 male. Because I think we had one before we started.
I think you are completely correct.
Because we got 4 right here, and it looks like this is a male 224, female 224. I think Meat Shield's a female. Yeah, Meat Shield's a female 224, and this is also a female 224.
As always, Alcarin is super correct.
We had one to begin with before we started looking before Father's Day. The male, we found one before, but it died on a scorpion tame. We can do an episode on that later. We ended up finding another. It just seems like they're super rare. So Lucy, what do you want to show off first in this episode?
Well, okay, there's so many great things. It's really hard. But first I wanted to tell you about how we came upon this. Somebody said, oh, your base is super easy to get into. And so I told Alcarin, I need to leave the tribe and I need to test this out. So we ended up finding a whole bunch of spots that we needed to fortify. And so it was a great, great idea, and I advise everybody to do it. But let's go in our main building and check that out.
All right, sounds like a plan. Let's check it out. Double door for the win. I tried to do a triple if you look at the ceiling, but for whatever reason it wouldn't let me place, and I think it has a lot to do with this ceiling tile right here. So I'm going to take the lead right here. So the walls, I don't know if you could see in the last episode, they're double layered. They were originally stone, and now they're stone and brick. So for whatever reason in this mod, you can lay brick right over stone and double layer it. We have internal irrigation that's directly piped out to the ocean, and it comes down under the building and it comes up through the middle. It's really nice. It comes down into a water tap, which is right next to our 2 cauldrons, which makes for easy cooking. It also pipes off onto some organics, which is pretty awesome. These things can, they're set for players only, tame creatures only, high range, and you get hammered from both sides. You can see how they're growing up here. We still need to test this. I'm going to have Lucy eventually go through and make sure that when they grow through the ceiling like this, that they still shoot. So maybe I'll disable all of these and then enable all of these and just see if it works.
So the main reason I think that he chose to do this was I ran from clear across to the whole entire top of the hill down, and I was able to make it inside the building without dying. And then I could have taken my time and broke everything up. So now you run in, organic turrets are going to get you.
Yeah, also with the blindness, it's really, really nice. Yeah, because people can get in here, they can just, hack away at whatever until they get with all your stuff. And that would be really terrible.
And you know what doubles well with organic turrets? Spikes.
Oh my god! Yes, I really love the metal spikes. And we'll talk about that more in a little bit. Also, we're using Blue Yeti microphones. I've been reading about them. Users have been raving about them for YouTube, and they're just really expensive, in my opinion. They were like 200 something each when I was looking, and they've gone down in price since. And I think they're on sale at Best Buy for like $109 each. So we were able to afford 2 Blue Yeti mics. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing, and just keep doing what you guys are doing, and we'll keep moving forward with providing content.
It's definitely more fun. The more subscribers we get and the more interaction in the comments, it just really feels like a community, and just having way too much fun making these videos, and got like 3 more different game ideas, and I am so excited to give those a try.
Awesome. So this is the, if you notice, this is kind of the vault room per se. It's not completely done. I think I'm going to wall this off here. I know it's a security risk, filming our internal, inside of our base. But most people are going to break in through that front dino gate, probably deal with those organics on the bottom and try to come up this ladder. And the first thing they're going to get is a face full of organics. Now imagine getting shot by all these, being blinded, and trying to, either they're going to run back down if they're smart, or they're going to try to run forward. And what's really cool is they'll probably run forward right into these ceiling tiles, which they, when you can't see what you're doing, I mean, this is going to be very confusing in the dark. You're just going to continually get shot at. And on this server, projectiles are times 16. So we did the math. Without armor on or any of that calculation, these organics should do about 200 per shot, which is a lot, considering, players only have, what? I stacked 1640 health. I think you could get more if you really wanted to. Also, another nice defense is 4 organics right at the base of a ladder moving up. Alright, so moving on, a water tap in the middle, and this is all irrigated. This is the dung beetle farm. I don't know if I don't think this existed in the last episode. It's really nice because they don't really wander too much here. They're set for wander, and they're going to produce fertilizer, which is awesome, but they're totally stuck. These are the Primitive Plus fridges, and I think they were here before.
And Alcarins just worked so hard. All his time exploring together, because those beetles were totally there.
Oh, yeah. And so in here, this is the refrigerator. You basically throw spark powder in, and it works like any other refrigerator. You just got to keep putting that spark powder in. So let's move to the roof for those users who haven't watched episode 1 or any of those other base tours. Now, since I redid this in double layered brick, it feels like it's a little crowded. With this pipe here, you can't just walk through. You kind of have to crouch or lay down to get through. Lucy, are you en route?
I'm coming up with my Lucy's Badass Bird.
Oh, you're just going to fly to the top? I'll seal it up then. So this is where the narco farm is, if you guys haven't seen it in one of the other episodes. And it's also protected by organics, but it isn't protected by spikes, unfortunately. And I really can't figure out a good way to put spikes in here without blocking the 300% greenhouse effect from the glass ceiling. So it's just a risk you take. If you guys know how to do that, how to accomplish what I have here with adding spikes in without, I guess we could probably seal the outside in spikes, and that wouldn't matter, right? We could just do pillars up and spikes all the way around, and you'd still get your bonus. I guess that's an idea. All right, Lucy, what do you want to show off next?
Okay, let's show off my so-called command towers over here and how we have them set up everywhere.
All right, let me hop on Battleforged.
Oh,
I renamed Red Angel Battleforged from the last raid episode. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Legion of Doom was, super hard trollers. They pissed off every other tribe on the whole server, and finally they attacked me. And my rule is on my server, I don't attack anybody. But if they come and attack my base directly, that's direct permission to retaliate, and I did. And we didn't wipe them. We just killed all their offensive dinosaurs, and they had their base intact. But that was enough for them to want to rage quit for whatever reason.
Hey, Alcarin, so up over here to your right on the hillside, was that a new one you just did the other day?
On my right, well, I can show you, because I don't know what you mean by on my right, but starting on the left, okay, so up here all the way, we'll just go through each one. This was always here from the very beginning. I think even since last episode, it's been there for a while, right below me. Moving forward, down here, this one is new. This little 3x2 one with the spikes, this is new as of yesterday. The one to the left of it is definitely new, and it's not complete. It doesn't have organics right there in between. Moving forward, this one's also new and growing. It still needs front organics, as you can see. It may or may not be covered and not getting rain. And I just ran out of poop fertilizer.
One thing that I noticed when I was trying to see where the weaknesses are, pillars are a great idea, But if you don't have any organics underneath them and spikes or then they're just going to run underneath it, do a powder keg, and boom, gone.
So also, for those of you who play Primitive Plus, there is no metal walls. The closest to metal is brick, and there are no metal turrets. So organic is top tier. That's why I boosted turret damage organics, because on this server I've removed the dino nerf. So dinos are as they were pre-nerf, meaning that you can get some pretty insane dinos, and we'll do another episode on that. That being said, these organics need to do 200 damage per shot, because players have 2,000 hit points. Dinos can have easily 100,000 hit points. So, in like 4,000 melee, 6,000 melee Pteranodons, they could easily come in here and just barrel roll these things. But what's nice about the spikes is mid-barrel roll, they're going to take out some organics, right? But they're going to touch the spikes, and as soon as they touch the spikes, it should kick them out of the barrel roll, and then the organics should be able to get some shots in, kind of chain lock, stunning them and slowing them down, and then hopefully killing them. Back to you, Lucy.
Yeah, so come over to the main side. When you came in from the east, it was really, really poorly defended, and you could just run all the way up without even getting hit. So the way Alcarins set it up is so beautiful, and it is definitely going to kick somebody's butt now.
I still, if you notice down here on the where it's just metal spikes, I'm going to end up removing that, and I'm just, again, I build this piece by piece like everybody else, so it takes days of work, my free time to go through and just build all this. And it's still a work in progress, but yeah, I would like to have another command tower here. I'd like to finish up this brick wall here and then get spikes along the bottom here. I think that's very important. The irrigation tap, I removed the spikes and I built walls. I'd like to seal that in double layered brick stone. Once it's sealed in, I want to surround it with spikes and organics. That's part of the project that I'm working on. And yeah, so I think pretty much concludes. Oh, I hear the breeding chamber right below me, this little 3x3. This is the breeding chamber, and I think you've probably seen it in the last episode, and if you haven't, when we got raided by the Legion of Doom, they didn't get very far in, but I didn't have any spikes on the roof. They just barrel rolled it, and they took out, 6 of 9 organics in one roll. I put some spikes there to help deter that, and I think that's going to be very effective.
Let's show them our line of arches, and then I definitely want to start the part 2 part of the Dimetrodon.
I think we still got the Dimetrodon trapped in the cage up top, and I got my trank arrows ready. Hopefully we can get this first shot, but it's again, I don't know if you guys know, there are no trank darts on Primitive, so taming a Dimetrodon, they're very torpor resistant, they shed torpor super fast, and they don't have much hit points, so you end up killing quite a few, and it's your only source of AC. Any sort of breeding incubation. Go ahead, Lucy, if you want to explain what's going on in this.
Yeah, check out our beautiful birds. We have our top layer, our bottom layer, which is for any healing dinos. They have the second layer, which is for our Argentavises and our Pteranodons. And then you have the top level, which is for our Kets, which Lucy does not put there because she can't, because it drives her insane.
It's a little tough to land, but I'm just kind of going up the ledges. I think I want to put a ladder on the other side, and I do want to seal in here with brick eventually. But yeah, these are our breeding pair of 150s. We haven't broke the level cap yet, but I have a bunch of fertilized eggs that I'd like to hatch today. We've been breeding Arges for a while. As you can see, these are the line that we've been working on. And moving forward, like Lucy said, on the very top is where the Kets are stored. I like to store the ground dinosaurs on the bottom, and then only the birds on top, just for ease. But moving on up, if you want to come up here, Lucy, and take a look. So we have 2 of our Kets out, right? Or no, at least one of our Kets is out. One goes here, one goes over here in the corner, one goes over there. Absolute Zero is the speed Kets. Right here, this is our cage Kets / carry, and then the male 140, I think I'm going to make a pure carry hit point, try to get massive carry on them. But we haven't had time to do that, and also we haven't completely bricked this out and concreted this out. You can tell in the ceilings, some of it's still stone, and it's just a work in progress.
Absolutely, and I wish the developers would come up like a happy in-between where, because you want your birds to have speed, but then at the same time, when you're trying to land them somewhere particular, it's really difficult. So maybe a compromise to the X where it's not quite their normal speed, but I don't know, just kind of a compromise.
Fly on up, Lucy. All right, so got the Dimetrodon the Cades, level 5. Level 10 works too. I'm going to start out with headshots. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
Okay, so perfect. So while Alcarins County, I just wanted to go over a couple of the key things that he said that you needed to do. Level 10 or lower, which we went over a couple times. You need to make sure you have 2 primitive bows, and you need to make sure you have plenty of trained arrows. He built this amazing new trap where I don't know where he got the idea from because it's perfect. So as why he's doing this, and he said you want to make sure to count 1 to 5 and have it perfectly spaced out. So let's watch him count some more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's down! Oh my god! Oh my god! Whoops,
Good job, Alcarin.
Don't do what I did and accidentally hit it again, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to quickly start narking this bad boy because as you can see, look how fast that torpor drops. Lucy's going to run and go grab me some prime meat.
I will absolutely do that. And one thing that I wanted to make sure to let you guys know, some people try to tame them over on the volcano island, which you can definitely do, but you have to remember you have to have a Ketz to bring it home anyways. So go ahead and get that Ketz first.
I definitely would. I mean, you can tame them over there, but who wants to have a breeding chamber on Lava Island? It's not a safe place. Now, for those of you, I just did really quick counting. You saw a little bit of it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did a bunch of headshots. I used a primitive bow. But even with the successful tame, it only had 59 life left. And each bow shot was doing about 20. So I was actually pretty lucky on this one. It's been closer before.
And I leave it to Alcarin because he is our taming genius. And I like to go and kill and get some prime.
All right, all right, all right. And Lucy's zipping back. Look at that. She's got her 300% Pteranodon. It's moving super quick. Lucy's badass.
That's exactly why she's named Badass. Would you like me to babysit while you go get prime this next time?
Oh, definitely. I'm transferring it right at the moment. Again, you might not get this on the first try, and don't feel bad if you don't. Believe me, I killed like 70 or 60 before I finally figured out how to get it, because I'm so used to doing this on non-primitive. It's difficult.
Do you have more narcotics? Because it was almost woken up at that point.
Yes, I'm gonna pump it real quick. I just pumped over 10 narcotics. I'm gonna go get some more prime real quick while Lucy babysits. Lucy's bird's a little bit faster than mine. Mine's built for more combat. We're breeding into hopefully better birds where we can get both. I see a Ketz in the air, 85. We might have to get that later on.
I definitely think after watching that raid video, I think Alcarin is correct about his bird being set up for combat.
Now I know a lot of people think, oh, my bird's not taking any damage. No, it just has 21,000 hit points. So that's the reason it wasn't taking much damage.
And it's flying very, very fast.
Now I'm overburdened. Let's see here. Gotta drop some stuff. Alright, flying back. Now, Dimetrodon tames are usually pretty fast, so at least on our server, it's 15x tame. Don't fall there, Lucy.
I won't have to worry about it, and we already tamed the bad boy.
Oh my god, it's already tamed before I came back. What did you do? Did you do some magical moving on this thing in order to get it done?
I did. I did a voodoo dance like this.
So again, the reason you want to tame Dimetrodons on primitive is they are your only AC units. I'm going to show you the AC units that we got going already. As they level up, I like to stack hit points or carry weight because that's all they're really good for. They can help incubate eggs, I guess, when you're taming. You look in here, we got our 4 bad boys, our 4 AC units, and they've kind of sunk into the ground. But this is where all the breeding happens. Well, not the breeding, but the actual incubating.
Well, wonderful, and please stay tuned for our next episode. We have so many wonderful ideas for you guys, and we hope you like and subscribe.
Yes, please hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and stay tuned if you want to see more episodes. And peace!
Peace out.